What up, y'all? Drink the coffee and make you feel better. Check this out. Being the number one draft pick in the NBA is something that everybody dreams of. Everybody that goes pro, they want to be number one, right? You know, it symbolizes you being something great in the future, right? It symbolizes you being the top dog, the best player to come into the NBA. But that started me thinking, who are the top 5 number one draft pick style players that will always be number one over everybody? I'm talking about Giannis, Kobe, Allen Iverson, whoever, right? These 5 basketball players will always be number one over every other player, despite being number one and competing against the other guys on this list. But let's get to number 5. Number 5 has to be none other than Victor Wembanyama. No matter what draft pick you put this guy in, right, outside of the 4 guys on this list, he's going to be number one most likely. That's a hard sell to pass on to not be number one, right? 7-foot guy. He's a big. He could shoot. He could score. He could play lightning defense. He could do it all on the basketball court, right? He can handle the rock. That's a good sell on paper. So no matter what, I don't care if Giannis is in the same draft pick with him, or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. I don't care if Anthony Edwards, Dwayne Wade. I don't care if these guys end up being better than him. He's still always going to be number one over those guys, and that's Victor Wembanyama. He's on that list. All right, he's a unicorn. He's one of those guys that I think is going to be a future all-time great if he keeps it up. I got him as a future Kareem, and that's saying a lot because Kareem is arguably the second greatest basketball player ever. Number 4, none other than Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal came into the game being called the top 50 basketball player of all time. I don't care who you are not getting picked above Shaquille O'Neal. He's way too dominant. He has way too much potential. He's an easy sell. And he's a guy that people will look at as a cornerstone to build championships around. You're going to pick Shaq over anybody. That's number 4. Number 3 is none other than Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain is an easy sell. He's going number 1 over anybody. And if he was in a draft pick today, he'll be number 1. He'll be a big that's shooting threes because he'd be even more advanced. Oh, my God. Yeah. Wilt Chamberlain, a walking video game stat. He'll be number 1 on anybody's list, right? The only competition to be these 4 guys that's competing against him for this top 5, number 1. Number 2, LeBron James. LeBron James is one of the most hyped up NBA players of all time. But he's an easy sell. If I was to tell you a guy is half Karl Malone, half Patrick Ewing, half Magic Johnson, he could potentially be a little bit of Kobe Bryant, a little bit of Michael Jordan. It's very easy to promote and sell LeBron James, despite if he lives up to the hype or not. The guy is, on paper, one of the most complete basketball players to advertise. Okay? He could go number 1 over anybody. I don't care what the draft pick is. If he's in the same draft class as Kobe Bryant, he going number 1. If he in the same draft class as Kareem, he going number 1. If he in the same draft class as Mike, he probably going number 1 most likely, right? Because remember, Mike was picked over Sam Bowie, and Hakeem Olajuwon was picked over Mike. So nobody thought Mike was going to be Mike. So LeBron's an easy sell to be number 1 draft pick all the time. Number 1 guy, that's the easiest guy to sell to be number 1, is the guy I just mentioned earlier, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Okay? 6-time champion. One of the greatest basketball players of all time, right? He's an easy sell. He's a big. Teams always build around bigs. I mean, he got an unstoppable move. Kareem is an easy sell, okay? He'll go off the market quick. You could promote this guy as the greatest thing since sliced bread, and he'll go number one over anybody. He in the same draft class with Jordan, he going number one. He in the same draft class with Kobe, he going number one. He may go number one over these other 4 guys in this draft class too. I think LeBron probably give him some wiggle room, but the NBA is very lenient towards bigs, right? They always draft a big number one if he has potential of being an all-time great. That's just how it is. So those are the top 5 guys that will always be number 1 draft picks. Who are your top 5 guys that would be number 1 draft picks in your eyes? I'm out. Peace.